So first of all, before we start, how many of you have actually seen a new movie, Blade of the Immortal, which showed today and yesterday? Yes? A few of you, great. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off just having a chat about this, which is Mr. Miike's 100th movie, believe it or not, since 1991, and quite incredible. And then we're going to go from there into talking a bit back over the career, the highlights, over the 100 movies, covering as many as we can in an hour, so it should be fun. So first of all, Mr. Miike, I mean, did you ever think you would reach this magical number of 100 movies? And when you were directing the film Blade of the Immortal, was there a sense of occasion to it, or was it business as usual?
まず、当然100本自分が監督するなんて思ってもいなかった。
I never thought I'd be making 100 films at all.
撮ってる時は100本だと思ってなかったんですけど。
And when I was filming this film, this one, I didn't know that this was my 100th one.
出来上がる完成する直前に映画祭の人が数えてくれて100本いってるじゃんって。
And just before I was finishing, before I was finishing the film, somebody from the film festival told me that this must be your 100th one.
まあ率直な感想はじゃあ次やるやつは101本目かっていう。
So the first thing I thought about was that so that must be the next one I'll be making will be 101st.
だからまあなんかやってるうちに100本でこうやって見てくださるお客さんがいてそのおかげだと思って感謝してます。
Yes, and it's all I've been making films and just reached 100 sort of as I went along, and it's all due to the people who watch my film. So thank you.
こんなたくさんいらっしゃるからなんかイベント間違えてきたのかなと。
There's so many of you here. I hope you're not here for the wrong film or wrong. You're not here by mistake.
今日はデルトロ来ないですよ。
I don't think there'll be
Del
Del Toro won't be here today.
Unlike 13 Assassins and Harakiri, two of your previous samurai movies, this one is a little less classical in its approach, its feel. Does that come from the material, from the manga that you're adapting?
そうですね。3本目の時代劇なんですけど、1つ目の、と2つ目っていうのはもともと時代劇の映画が原作で、それに対するリスペクトなので普通のオーソドックスな時代劇に仕上げたいなと。新しく作るんで新しさをっていうよりも古いタイプの映画を我々も今でも作ることができるんだっていうのを証明するために。
Yes, this is my third sort of samurai period film. The first two are actually based on films, the original films. So it's a sort of a remake, but I wanted to pay respect to those original films, but not making a new version, but actually respecting the original, but showing them that we can still make films like that, like old days.
まあこの無限の住人はその、今に通じるようなキャラクターたちがを時代劇の中に掘り込んだという。
Whereas this Blade of the Immortal has characters who are very familiar to, I think, people today. And so I think that the characters who are familiar to us who are today, but set in the sort of old time.
When you're adapting a manga, how important is it to you to be respectful to the author, to respectful to the source material, and how much is it vital that you make it your own? It's very noticeable. You don't frame the film like, say, Robert Rodriguez does with Sin City, where he replicates the frames of the comic. You make it your own.
そうですね、絵を作るというよりむしろその中のキャラクターたちと、全体を通した空気というか気配みたいな、その絵のカット割りっていうのはやっぱりシネスコと漫画っていうのはもっとコマがから解放されているものだから、あまりフレーミングにはこだわらないですね。
Rather than replicating, the pictures and frames from the original manga, I think I was more truthful, and I concentrate more on the characters in the original story. So, I mean, the way the frames are cut on manga, the pictures and films are obviously very different. So, I think I concentrated more on the characters.
I've spoken to you before, and you've said you like to find inspiration in the moment. You said it's like being on the edge of a cliff and you have to swim. You kind of find it as you go along. But when you're doing a big set piece like the conclusion of this movie, which is 300 people, it took 2 weeks to shoot. Do you pre-plan any of it? Do you storyboard or any of that?
Mm. 一応そのプロデューサーに叱られるので、一応絵コンテというかプランニングは結構立てます。
Yes, to please, because to please the producers, I do have a plan. I do have a plan.
でもプランはプランなので、先に進むためのその要は映画を撮る前に台本が必要なようにプランでしかないので、それに縛られることはないです。
But the plan is a plan, and it's a step towards making a movie, just like you need a script to make a movie. So it doesn't mean that I have to stick with it.
だからプランを立てて1ヶ月前ぐらいに出来上がるんだけど、絵コンテが。でもそれを撮ろうとする時にはもうすでに1ヶ月前の自分の発想なんで、時間は経って古いものになってると思うんですよ。
By the time I have, the plotting and the cut blocking the plan, it's what I had in my mind a month ago. So any of the plans are sort of a month behind.
In this film and in many Japanese films, not to say literature, theatre, the theme of vengeance is very important, kind of avenging those who have been wronged. What is it about the kind of Japanese kind of mindset where it's so important to explore these themes again and again?
Mm. この時代、その復讐する自分、例えば、親を殺されたとして、その子供たちが敵討ちのために相手を探して、殺すっていうことは法律的に許されていたっていう、自分たちの問題は自分たちで解決するというのはあったんですね。だから少し復讐するっていうことに対しては日本人は独特の感覚を持ってるかもしれない。
And at the time when this story is set, in this feudal Japanese time, it was actually allowed. For example, if your parents were killed, it was up to you. You were allowed to take revenge. It was up to you to solve that, and it wasn't up to the law. It was you yourself could take it. So I think in Japanese concept, the concept of revenge is slightly different, perhaps from
今はダメですよ。
Obviously not now. Today, you cannot take the revenge in your own hands. No, that's not allowed now.
でも復讐といっても、例えば、小学生の頃にいじめられていて、なんとかそこから頑張って、強い人間になっていくっていうのは、これはもう日本だけに 限らず復習というか、より自分が変わっていくっていうものは、映画のテーマとしてずっと、映画だけじゃなくて人生のテーマとして共通のものだと思います。そう願っているってこと。
Revenge, or a form of revenge is that, well, for example, if you are bullied when you were a child, but I think by overcoming that, maybe you change, and overcoming that, that's another form of, I don't know if you can call it revenge, by changing. And I think, changing, the concept of changing, it's not just in the film or Japan. I think the theme of maybe changing, to overcome something, is a very common theme.
I'd now like to rewind right back to the start of your career and the Yokohama Film School that you attended. Now, is it true that you actually cut out of many classes, you often didn't turn up, despite the fact it was presided over by the great Japanese New Wave director Shohei Imamura, but you often didn't turn up? Is that true?
Yes.
そもそも映画を見るのは好きだったけど、映画を作れる人間になるとは思ってなかったんだ。子供じみた妄想はするんだけど、自分の人生というか何か、夢を持ったりっていうのはあんまりなくて、意外とリアルに考える子供だったんです。
I didn't think I would be able to make films. I never thought that I would be able to make films. So, as a filmmaker, yes, when I was little, child, I did think I had fantasies about I can do anything. But as a child, I think I was more realistic about what about my own ability and what I can do.
高校出て、要は大学に行くか行かないんだったら、働いて、社会人というか大人になるかっていう選択を迫られる世代だったので、どっか逃げ場所がないかと思ったら、その映画学校は要は試験がなかったんです。
And so when I graduated from high school, at that time you either had to go work or go to a college or university. And but this particular school, you didn't have to take an exam to get into.
だからみんなさんが何か辛い時とか、楽しいとかでも、その何かを求めて映画館に逃げるわけじゃないけど入っていくって同じように、非常に自分の入りやすい場所がそこにあった。たまたま映画の学校だったっていう。
And just like everybody has somewhere to escape to, maybe to cinema, to escape, to have fun, or to find to cry, or to it's for me the school was somewhere I can escape to.
And then you went to work for a local TV station, and for 10 years or so you were doing various different jobs. You worked your way up to an assistant director. Then you started actually directing TV movies and direct-to-video cinema, or V-cinema as they called it. That period of your career, how important was it to you to kind of learn your job, to cut your teeth, as it were?
非常にそれはアシスタントでやってる時にいろんな会社でいろんなタイプの監督といろんなタイプの仕事をテレビドラマでもいろんなタイプがあって、もう休まずずっとやってきた。楽しかったんですよ、現場で。それまで高校出るまで何をやってもなんかそんなに役に立たないというか楽しめなかった。バイクだけは別だけど楽しめなかったのが、映画のそういうテレビの現場、助監督、アシスタントっていうものが非常に要は夢中になれたんですよね。
and having left high schools, and I didn't have anything that that I really liked, but I really liked being and working for so many different television companies and different directors. As assistant director, I did lots of different jobs, so many things, and in those work, I find it was fun for me. I didn't have much fun, things that I really liked, while I was at school and having left school. I found somewhere that I enjoyed in doing all this work. It was hard work, but non-stop, no rest, but I really enjoyed doing this.
And then in the mid to late 90s, the Black Society trilogy started to get you into cinemas. But it was really in 2000 that your career exploded, when you had Audition, you had Ichi the Killer, you had Dead or Alive, all playing at international film festivals and making a name for you. I mean, what are your memories of that time and how your career suddenly burst onto the international scene?
いや、でもその有名になっていくのは自分自身じゃなくて、要はまず作品で、その作品は目的としては自分たちが楽しいから、自分たちがこう楽しめるものを作ろうというのが目的なので、それで自分を認めてもらおうという目的ではなくて、もっと純粋に映画を作ることを楽しむっていう、その結果生まれてきた作品が、見てくださる方たちによって評価されて、でその後でその監督っていうのはお前なのかっていうことなんで、非常に不思議に思いました。なんか野心があって作ったんじゃなくて、ただ楽しんでいるっていう、それが映画が要は自分たちを違う場所に連れてってくれるっていう。
It wasn't as if I became famous. Actually, it was my work that has been recognized, and I never made films with that in mind, with ambition of becoming famous. I made things that I wanted to make, with stuff that I cared about, and that was recognized. And then, by film festivals and everywhere, and it was very nice to be that the work was recognized. And then through that, people, looked at me and said, so he's the one who made those films.
初めて要は映画祭は別にしてプロモーションでオーディションっていうのがのプロモーションのために要は上映が決まって初日かな、そのプロモーションのために初めて海外に来たのがここロンドンなんですよ。でロンドンのその時のプロデューサーが無理をして、監督だからファーストクラスの飛行機用意するかって言って初めてファーストクラス乗ったんですけど、ずっと V シネマとかいろいろ忙しいんで、乗った瞬間にカチャってシートベルト締めて、そのまんまロンドンに着くまでずっとシートを倒さず直角のままご飯も食べず着いたっていう、すごいロンドンっていう思い出の場所です。
The first time I went abroad was to promote Audition. All this time ago, it wasn't even a film festival, but it was here in London to promote Audition. And the promoter here really did well, and for the first time he invited me on a first class ticket here. So, but I've been working so hard on making video, beat cinemas in Japan and all that. And as soon as I got on the airplane, I clicked, I put the seatbelt on, and I just slept all the way through, not even reclining the seat, straight up. I just slept, didn't even drink or eat anything, and came to London.
Was it a very exciting time to be making cinema in Japan? Because there was a whole kind of Asian extreme movement, there was all the J-horror, and a lot of it was coming international successes. I mean, was it exciting? Did you feel part of something at that time?
時代とか周りはともかくどんな状況でも映画を作るっていうことは楽しいですよ。それは今でも全く同じだし、例えば100本作ったから何か一つ区切りっていうことではなくて、まだまだ100本も作ったのに俺まだ全然何もできてないなっていう、取れば取るほど新しい発見もあるし、今も昔も同じように楽しいというか、だんだんもっと楽しくなってきているっていう。
And it's not necessarily, what's going on around me, I guess. I just like making films. I really enjoy making films. And so whether what's going around the hype around me is not necessarily affects the way I make. I really enjoy it. It's still the same now. And even, I've made 100 films, but, I feel that perhaps I haven't done very much with it. So, there's so much I can still do, I must do. And there's still so much that I need to do. That's how I feel.
And for those of you who haven't seen Audition, this one here, thank you. This one is quite extreme. Some people have even said that it's a feminist film, that it's about female empowerment against the oppressive patriarchy. I know that's something that maybe you don't buy into. Other people have called it misogynistic. I mean, what's your take on it?
でよくフェミニストであるっていうふうに言われたんです。初めて言われた時自分もびっくりしました。
Yes, I think often said that this feminist film, but the first time I heard that, I was taken aback, I must say.
それは物語の持っているその個性っていうか、そう捉えることもできるし、それは多くは女性の方はそう言われる人が多いですね。
Yeah, and I think that's obviously one characteristic of this film, and I think more often it's the women who say that.
多分そういうふうに憎い男をこういうふうに自分の代わりにやってくれて、すっきりしたみたいな人もいる。
Yes, I think they enjoy watching somebody else do all those to punish men who've been really horrible to them.
男から見ても違うし、男でもいろんな人たちがいるし、女性もいろんな人たちがいるので、もう見る人によって要はこれはホラーっていう例えばジャンルに分けられるんですけど、化け物とかそういうものは何も出てこないんですよね。
And well, obviously it depends on people who are watching. Men might feel the same, or different people, men or women, have different ideas about this film. But this is often categorized as horror film. But there's no monster, no zombies, no monster.
だからまあただのラブストーリーというか、裏切られた裏切った男の話と裏切られた女性の話の一つのケースで、自分の中ではまあラブストーリーに近いもの。
Yeah, but it's a love story, for me, between man and woman. Man who betrayed woman and the girl who betrayed him, in a way. So for me, it's a love story.
It was very much at the vanguard of what in America went on to become like the torture porn cycle. I just wondered what your feelings on those American movies were. I know you appeared in Hostel yourself, you made a little cameo, but I mean, do you kind of see Audition as foreshadowing that whole movement?
そうですね、確かにそれはそうだと思います。ただ
I think you can say that, yes.
同時期にいろいろ何本も作っているので、
But I've made lots of films at the same time, many other types of film.
例えばこの作品と「イチザキラー」っていうその2本続けて見た人はまた全然違うでしょうし、「デッド・アライブ」っていうのと組み合わせるとまた違った。
And the people who've seen this as well as the killer one, Ichi, would have different take on this, as well as maybe who have seen this and the Dead or Alive. The Dead or Alive would have a different ideas too. Maybe will think differently.
たまたまねアメリカではタランティーノがそういうのが好きで。
And it just happens that in America, Tarantino liked this, so this type of film.
でタランティーノのまあ弟分みたいなイーライ・ロスっていう男が撮るときに映画をメジャーの初めての映画を撮るときにちょっとゲストでカメオ的に出させてもらったり。
And it's just that it so happens that Eli Roth, who is Tarantino's, good, yes. And when he was making a film, I was invited to take part as a guest in his film.
まあ、作品がいろんな国へ連れてってくれたし、いろんな人たちと出会うことができた。
And so, it has taken me to many places and to meet many people in different places.
And did Hollywood ever come calling? Because this was a very prolific time in your career. The movies were making headlines. People like Tarantino were being vocal. I imagine you must have had Hollywood come in and saying, come to America, make some movies. It didn't happen. Why not?
たくさんでもないけども、いくつか、まあ、2つか3つぐらいのお話はもらいました。
Yes, there were not that many, but 2 or 3. There were some offers from Hollywood, discussions.
ただね、そこから先交渉を進めていくのにものすごい弁護士を使って、要は契約していくっていう日本とは全然考え方が違うので、すごい面倒くさくなっちゃうんだよね。
But to progress with that, the deal to deal with them, it involved lawyers. It was legal and legal agreement, exchanging agreements, and it's very different from the way we make films in Japan. And I think I got a little too tired of it. Was just too much hard work for me.
人生の自分の時間をお金に換えるみたいな感じがある一定期間拘束されちゃって、それに対するギャランティー対価で、僕が日本で作ってる分には一つの作品を自分たちが自ら時間を自分たちの人生をそこにかけて作品と取り組むっていう考え方が基本的には全然真逆なので、なかなかうまくいかないです。唯一うまくいきかけた作品があったんだけど、それは主役がドタキャンして亡くなりました。
So I think in Hollywood, they buy your time. They have a certain amount of time. They buy you, for a big amount of money, but they buy your time to make a film. So you have to commit your time. Whereas in Japan, there's a project, and to that project, you commit your time to that project. So there's a very fundamentally very very opposite way of making films, and it's for me it was very different, and I just didn't like the way that they make film, that sort of thing. It's very different from Japan.
You can't make 6 or 7 movies a year in Hollywood, can you?
そうですね。そうでも数をたくさん撮りたいわけじゃなくて、本当は怠け者だから、1本作って一生遊んで暮らせるんだったらそれもいいなと思います。
But then, I'm not out to make many films. It's not the numbers that I am after. And if I can make just one and then, live life of luxury for the rest of my life, that would be very nice too. I'm quite a lazy person anyway. So.
Ichi the Killer. What I wanted to ask is, in the UK, this film, I'm sure you're aware, was actually cut before it was released on video or at the cinemas, and I know that also when you did the Masters of Horror, you did one story for Masters of Horror called Imprint, and this again had lots of graphic violence, and Showtime, who were releasing it, they pulled the plug on it and didn't want to release it. So what are your feelings on censorship? Because obviously your movies challenge boundaries, push taboos. Have you had many clashes?
やっぱ検閲っていうのはそれぞれ国によっても違うし、感覚も全部違うし、そのなんだろう、そのただあまりさほどそれを意識してものは作らないですね。例えば結果的に、それが要は例えば暴力描写なんかでも日本では OK なんだけど、これはヨーロッパではダメとか、そういう基準が違うので、でもあくまでもその基準って何かっていうと、今作ってる自分たちが、許せるか許せないかで、それできたものをその国々いろんなことで規制がかかるって、これは仕方ないことだと思います。
Censorship is obviously different from different culture, different countries to the countries, and I think depends on the sensibilities of different cultures. And so I don't think about it. You know, I'm not particularly aware of that when I'm trying to make a film. And for some type of violence is allowed in Japan, but not in Europe. And so it's, you know, I think it is up to different places, you know, their own censorship, and that's something that's out of my control. So don't worry too much about it.
マスター・オブ・ホラーっていうアメリカのそのペイテレビの今みたいにネットになる前のそのケーブルテレビのその13本のシリーズでジョン・カーペンターとかいろんな巨匠、トビー・フーパーとかが12人とって、俺自分が最後の13話目だったんですよ。それでプロデューサーが来て、そのペイテレビだから何をやっても自由だ、どんなに言いたくても大丈夫だから、もうアメリカは自由の国だから好きにやっていいって言われて、好きに作ったらで見せたらいくらなんでもこれは無理だろうって言われます。
And as for the Masters of Horror, there were 13 films to be made as a series, and it was for before, you know, YouTube and then the net viewing. It was a pay-per-view in America, and because it was a Showtime, producers came and said, you know, America, land of free and, you know, freedom, and you can almost make anything you like. There's no limit. You can do whatever you like. And there were, you know, John Carpenter and Toby Hooper, and so, you know, very you know, famous directors. And I was the 13th director to make a film, and producers came and told me that I can make whatever I want. And so, but once I made it, they told me, not this one. We can't show this one.
ただその時にトビー・フーパーに別の映画祭で、会った時にそのトビー・フーパーがやっぱり放送できない、オンエアできなかった、それはホラー映画としては正しいことだ、最もそれは危なすぎる映画で人に見せることもできないっていうホラー映画を作ったんだから、お前はいい仕事をしたってトビー・フーパーに言われて、ああそういうもんかって助かりました。
At another date, later date, I did meet Toby Hooper at a film festival, and he told me that as a horror film, which was, you know, unairable, a horror film, to have made such a film is actually a good thing. He actually told me that's a real horror film. Yes, achievement. And so I think that made me good about it.
まあギャラもらったから文句はないんです。
Yeah, but I was paid for it, so you know I no complaint.
ただやっぱりびっくりしたのは、その13本は、ここロンドンでは普通にちゃんと流した。
Yeah, but what surprised me that all those 13 films were actually aired in the UK, all 13 of them.
Right, that's good. That's good. So another thing about that clip, and one of the reasons I chose it, is It's got a grainy texture to it. It's got a very aggressive music going the whole time. It's full of the clip. Yeah, it's full of energy. Did you? I know Shohei Imamura, to name check him again. He said he didn't like cinema to be too polite, like Ozu, Mitsuguchi. He wanted films to be messy. Is this something you believe in as well? That you want that quality to your work?
そう今村さんは自分の作品に対してそう思ってたっていうことで、今村翔平という監督はものすごく自分がついた中で一番衝撃的な監督だったんですけど、人に対してお前はこういう映画を作ってこう映画とはこうだとかって人に対してそう言わないです。興味があるのは自分の作品で、それに全部のエネルギーをで、要は僕らなんかは全力を尽くしてそれで OK っていうただそうやって人に教えていく、自分の姿を見せて教えていくっていうタイプです。
I think that is something that Mr. Imamura applied to himself and his own films. He never, I don't think he applied that to anybody else. He would never tell other people to make this type of film, or you must do this, or you must do that. He was very much put all his everything into his film, and I think looking at him, I think that's what everybody else around him learned, that you must put your 100% into your own film, and I think that's what we got from him. Rather than being told you should make this type of film, or you should do this and that.
13 Assassins, which was in competition at Venice. In your action sequences, you often advance character, you have lots of surprises, you have lots of humour, which I think people don't give enough credit to your films for the humour there. So can you talk a little bit about that, how you don't just want people swishing swords, you want all these other emotions and aspects going on?
どうなんでしょうね。やっぱりアクションってお芝居だと思うんですよ。割り扱ったり綺麗に見せるっていう、基本的にはこのシーンは比較的カットは合ってるんですけど。
This one, I think, I think fighting scene is also it should be dramatic, and it does it should tell a story too, and but this particular one has lots of cuts.
このシーン以外は基本的には20人ぐらい殺すぐらいの手をつけて全部ワンカメラでいっぺんに撮っていく。たまには2カメラを使うんですけど。
But other scenes, not this particular one, but they in just one take he kills 20 or so in just one long take.
彼ら演じてるのは侍であってアクションスターを演じてるわけじゃないので、あまりかっこよくなりすぎない。
And so what he's playing here, is samurai, not an action hero. So it shouldn't look too cool and too good. It wasn't supposed to look too good. He had to play a samurai.
だから完全にあんまり練習しすぎて完璧にできるようになると心の中にどっか余裕が出てきて余計なお芝居を入れちゃうので、そうなる前の1回テストやって2回やってギリギリ怪我しないように何か手が覚えたなってなったらもう本番に行ってみんな切る方も切られる方もギリギリのところでやっているって。
I didn't want him to act too much of this, and so practice, maybe rehearse once or twice, and once we knew that it was safe, they got the right movement, we went, and so it was really pushing the actors to the limit and making sure that was at their maximum tension and the limit.
And you don't use stunt doubles, do you, for scenes like this?
基本的には使わないですね。
No, not that, in principle, no.
ちゃんとギャラを払ってるので、その分働いてもらいます。
Yes, we pay the actors to do their work, so yes, I expect them to do their job.
quite right to. The Happiness of the Katakuris, Mr. Miike's zombie musical. There's so much fun in this film. Do you think people give you credit for the fact that you've made so many different genres? You've made family films, children films. You often have humour. Even the violence in your movies is often cartoonish and fun. I mean, do you think people overlook that when they think that your work is sometimes like all blood and guts?
でもまあ今これだけひどいとこれもバイオレンスですよね。
Yes, but I think you can, in a way, you could look at this as a, it's violent too. It's when it's this bad.
まあ、だからわざとではないんだけど完成度要はこれも稽古すればいいんだけど彼ら設定はただのそのペンションをうまくやっていこうと思っているけどうまくやっていけないっていう不器用な人たちなんで実は真ん中で踊ってた沢田研二っていうのは歌もダンスもやるスーパースターだったんですよ若い頃だからもっとちゃんと踊ろうと思えばみんな踊れるポテンシャルを持ってる人たちなんだけどただやっぱりそんなに歌がうますぎたり踊りがうますぎたりするっていうのはこの映画には必要ないよねっていうようなところでなんか、こういう風になってるんですよね。
I think they could have practiced more and then maybe it could have been better. But especially given the fact that the guy who was in the center, Mr. Kenji Sawada, he was a big singer, pop singer in Japan, and so he could sing and he could dance better. They're all capable of dancing much better and singing. But I think we felt that this is family who was trying to run a hotel, but failed, and so we felt that it didn't need to be better.
Yeah.
So I think we left it like this.
だからこれでやっぱり撮ってる時も不安だったんですよ。これでお金払って誰か見に来るのかなっていうただまあやっぱりその通りあんまりお客さん来なかった。
But I was making this film. I did worry that is this good enough? Will people come and see this? And so I did worry about that as I was making this, and it was. I'm afraid it was true. Not many people come and see this.
One thing this film does do is it kind of satirizes the Japanese nuclear family, which is something you do in Visitor Q as well, even though you do it through necrophilia and lactating breasts and all sorts of mischief. But so tell me about your vision for the kind of Japanese family and tearing it apart like this.
家族間ですか。ものすごく自分自身普通の家庭そんなに裕福ではないけどそんな極端に貧しいわけでもなく、ものすごく平凡に暮らしてきてちょうど日本が戦争の後景気が良くなってきた頃に生まれたので本当に、こう苦労らしい苦労もせずでもそういう時にやっぱり両親のありがたさとか、おじいちゃんおばあちゃんのその時代がこういう時代生きてきたのかっていうのがなかなか要は感覚的に麻痺しちゃってるんですよね。その辺の時代というか家族に対する甘さっていうのは自分自身世代的に背負ってるものだと思うんですよ。
I think I grew up in a very ordinary family. We're not too wealthy, but not too poor. Very ordinary family. Nothing very much. And I think I was born post-war when Japan was economically, on the increase, on the upwards. So there was no particular hardship. And that I experienced, and so I think I was numb to my parents' generation, having an ordinary parents, but my grandparents' generation and what they went through. I wasn't so aware, or I was, I think, numb to all those what they went through, and I think that made me, that was a very different type of experience for me.
Okay, well, what we're going to do now, ladies and gentlemen, is hand it over to you. I'm sure many of you have questions. We'll start with the gentleman in the front row. Thank you. Do we have microphones?
Yeah.
Yeah, there'll be a mic coming.
Which one did you choose?
Sorry.
I just wanted to cast back to something you said earlier, that you feel there's so much still for you to do, but when you've worked in so many genres and also across so many different media, theatre, writing, film, I wondered now, are you looking for work as it comes, as things interest you, or are there still things out there that you've always wanted to do that you're still waiting for an opportunity to do? Is there still a sort of a quest?
やっぱりどの仕事も同じだと思うんですけど、仕事をやることによって新しい出会いがあったりとか、やり残してしまったこととか、悔しい思いとか、嬉しい思いとかで、全然知らない人たちと出会ったりとかっていうことで、次が生まれてくるので、それをまた次をやるとまた新しい出会いがあって次になっていくっていう、やっぱり考えて取るか取らないか迷った時には取るべき、やるかやらないかと迷った時にはやるべきで、やった上にやったからこそ次の展開が生まれてくるっていう、だからずっと連続している、それはすごくありがたいことで感謝してます。
I think there are, encounters, different encounters with each project, and I meet different people and different people and different projects, experience lots of different things. With every single job is different, but in a same approach. And with that, if I'm ever in doubt about whether I should take it or not, I think I'd rather take it. And I think it brings me new encounter, new work, new people, new experience. And I think I'd like to enjoy that.
Thank you. Yes, there's someone right over there. Gentleman, arm in the air. Thank you.
Now, if you're quite a lazy person, then I'm a sloth. But when you introduced Blade of the Immortals this morning, you talked about one of the things that got you going through 100 films is your love of being on the film set. Now, given that film is both a collective and a collaborative process, could you tell me about some of your methods for motivating the collective, the film crew, and about your relationship with some of your key collaborators, be it a cinematographer, a scriptwriter, an editor?
まず本当にスタッフのやる気とか、要は役者たち、俳優たちも、スターではあるけど、要は映画ってお祭りだっていうんだけど、でもスターたちにとってはもうすでに日常になってるんですよね、演じることが。それが、その自分の作品の時に来てもらった時に、日常になってるその役者の仕事が新鮮だって、面白い、やっぱり俺役者になってよかったなって思ってもらう瞬間とか、スタッフもそれと同じで、そういう、何か要は自分がこの道を選んでやってきたことって間違いじゃなかったんだって思ってもらえるかどうかって、もっと楽しめるんだっていう、要は非日常の中のさらに非日常的な空間を作れるかどうかっていうのが一番のポイントだと思います。
Yes, I work with lots of film staff and actors too, and it is said that making film is like a festival. It's a big fun carnival. Making it's a big party, making film, but for the staff and actors, it's actually their job, and they're very much used to. It's not very special anymore in a way, because that's what they do. It's their job. So to make it more special, I do want them to feel that. I'd like them to feel that, you know, I'm so pleased that I became an actor. I'm so pleased I'm working in this field. I want them to each, when they come to make film with me, I'd like them to feel that this is special, even though to them it's something that you know they're used to. But I think I try to make it special so that they can all feel that you know, it's worth being in this work.
もうそれは人それぞれ10人俳優がいれば10人ともそれは違うわけですよね。なぜそう思うかっていうのは違うわけです。で10人ともにこちらが気を使って盛り上げていくんじゃなくて、まず本当に自分が、映画を撮ることを楽しんで、しかも精一杯やってるんだけど、何か俺たちも手を貸さないと貸してやろうって思ってもらえるかどうかっていうのが大事なんだと思います。言葉で言うよりそれはなんか自分が何か取り組んで楽しんでやっているのを見て、みんな現場のスタッフも楽しんでもらえるかと。
But that kind of motivation, if there are 10 staff, you know, there'll be 10 different ways of motivating them, and it's not the same. And it's not that I speak to them individually. I think by showing how much I enjoy making a film myself, I think I'd like them to feel that passion from me, the way where I want to, and I want them to have the same kind of fun making the film. I think that's what I try to convey.
No, that's great. Thank you. I will come back to you. I'd like. Are there any ladies out there? Because we've had 2 guys so far. I can only see men with their hands up. Yes, please. Thank you.
Thank you. We saw the film last night and thoroughly enjoyed it, and I wanted to ask about the logistics of the spectacular battle scenes at the beginning, at the end. You've already mentioned the number of actors and extras. I wondered how many people you used in those scenes. Did you have to reuse people, and did some people have to die more than once?
そう、正直に言うと、
If I'm being honest,
実際に戦える、ちゃんと俳優を怪我しないで、自分も怪我しないで、うまくでも迫力ある立ち回りができるのはやっぱり、10人か15人しかいないんですよ。
there are only few actors, if I tell you honestly here, who are actually able to move very well without hurting anybody, confidently, but to look good. And there are not many actors who can actually move well, and I think there are only about 10 who can do it properly.
だから彼らはもう自分がバーンと死んで、今日もう5回死んでるとか。
Yes, and so those actors are being used again and again, and so they die about 5 times each day.
要は大変なんですよね。大変だけど、
So it's hard work for them.
Yeah.
やっぱりそれを逆に楽しんでもらうしかないんですよね。
But yes, it's hard work for them. I'd like them to enjoy it. It's something that they need to, feel enjoy.
例えばみんな始まる前にそういう人たちを集めて、言うわけです。
So before we start, I get these guys together and I say,
皆さんの設定は台本には書いてないけども、6つ子です。同じ顔をした人間たちが6人いる、兄弟がたくさんいるっていう設定です。それを一人で演じてもらいます。
So I tell them that, before we start, that you guys, each of you are a sex triplet, not twins, but sex triplets. And so you have to play 6 of the same face, same body, and same looking, but you have to play 6 characters at the same time.
だから必ず彼らは言うわけです。昨日も一昨日も死んでますけどって。
And they always say, well, I died yesterday, I died the day before, and the day before too.
単純に過去のことは忘れろと。
But I tell them, forget about what happened yesterday.
前に前進するんだ。
You just have to look forward.
Brilliant. Superb. Yes, gentleman here. Could we just wait for a mic so they can hear you at the back? It's more for the people at the back. Thank you.
I was just wondering, what is for you some of the scariest horror movies ever made? Or the best?
そのね、瞬間で怖さを感じるっていう点では、子供の頃見たトビー・フーパーの
When I talk about just what's momentarily when I felt really really scared was something that I saw when I was a little
マサカリチェーンソーとかね。
the Texas chainsaw.
テキサスってしかも一番びっくりしたのはハンマーで
When he uses a hammer onto the head.
その時ピュアな心を持った少年だった自分の映画に対する見方が変わった。
I think I was up till then I was a real sort of pure spirited young boy, but I think that changed me when I saw that film.
それとその後ずっと大人になって割と近いところだけど黒沢清っていう日本の監督。
So that one, and also much later when I became adult, and I think I saw Kiyoshi Kurosawa's
Pulse っていう映画が。
Pulse, a film called Pulse.
映画要はね、ただ一つなんです。映画のメッセージが。
Yes, it's only got one message in that film.
死は永遠の孤独っていう。
The death is eternal loneliness. I think that's the film's message, one single.
映画の中にはそれしかないんですよ。
Yeah, so that film only says that.
その絶望的な、要は一つのセリフでこんなに絶望できるのかっていう、今の喜怒哀楽とかなんか幸せになりたいとかどっか、頑張って楽しく生きたいとかっていう全ての希望を全部否定するっていう。
Yes, that so completely denies any hope or any aspiration or anything. I think it's so despairing message.
Going to ask just one last question, and then we're going to have to call it a night, unfortunately. Yes, please, lady in the second row.
確かデッドアライブのインタビューで監督が死なない、俳優がいてもいいんじゃないか、死なない男がいてもいいんじゃないかっていうふうに言われて、で今回の映画、The Blade of the Immortal の主なテーマっていうのが死なない男ですよね。でそれっていうのはやはり監督が死なない男に対しての憧れっていうのかしら、ご自分がそうなりたいっていうような欲求を多少表現されてるんでしょうか。
Just for the benefit of English-speaking people, I think the question was that in his previous interview about the Dead Alive, he said that it's good to have characters who don't die in his film, and in this Blade of the Immortal, there are it's about character who doesn't die. And is it something that the director feels strongly about? Is it something that he feels not killing the character?
まあ誰しもね、死に対する恐怖というか、要はいつまでも何か続くといいなっていう願望はあるのはあるし、自分にもあります。
Yes, I think everybody have this feeling that you don't want to die. You of course you want to carry on forever.
でもなんだろう、そんなことは起こるわけもないし、 その
But that's not possible, of course.
そのただこの無限の住人っていうのは長く生きたいんではなくて死ぬことができなくなったっていう真逆の人間の話だと。
But this story is about not somebody who wants to live forever, but I think he can't die. It's about something. It's not about wanting to live, but it's about something who can't die.
これはそのさっきのパルスの黒沢清が作ったセリフの死は永遠の孤独っていうのに生きていながら永遠の孤独っていう同じ意味になると思うんですよね。
And I think that relates to the pulse that I talked about, the message about death is in eternal loneliness, but this is living is eternal loneliness.
でも彼の中に誰かを守るべき人が生まれた時に今死ぬわけにはいかないのでもう少しやっぱり生きようという生きる目的が
But when he
生まれてくる。
finds somebody that he needs to protect, he finds purpose in living.
これはなんか綺麗な夢のようなお話なんですけど、そういうなんだろう、
So it's a little bit like fantasy, like a dream.
そういう自分のその考え方一つで、明日へのっていうか未来への見方がこうスイッチを切り替えることができるっていうコントロールすることができるっていうそれは多分自分がすごくね子供の頃ね、怖がりだ今もそうなんだけど怖がりだったんですよ。小学校1年生2年生の時は毎晩泣いてたんですよ。要は自分よりもの親の方が当然年が上でしょ。でその両親のお葬式に2回も出なきゃいけないでしょ。子供って自分が病気になるとかあんまり考えなくてずっと生きるっていう。そうすると必ず、父親母親のお葬式に出なきゃいけない。死ぬところを見なきゃいけないって。それを考えるともう涙が出てきて眠らないようなそのピュアな子供だったんですよね。それがトビー・フーパーの一撃で変わってしまったっていう。やっぱり映画は楽しいけど怖いところもあると。
So in a way, I think you can, just by thinking, changing the way you think, you can change your feeling, or just by having a different viewpoint, you can change your perception. And I used to be, when I was younger, I was, as a child, I was a very timid, easily scared boy. And just by thinking, you've got, we all have parents, and just by thinking about how the fact that I have to eventually endure both my parents dying, having to attend the funeral twice, that used to just make me cry every night, just thinking about my parents dying. And that kind of, perception. I used to be very sort of easily scared, timid boy, but just viewing once that Toby Hooper film with that one blow to the head, that changed me. So I think, film does have a big power.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to end by again thanking you all for coming tonight. We also need to thank the London Film Festival and Curzon Soho Cinema for hosting this event. The Great Britain Sasakara Foundation as well, we need to thank them. Obviously Shuko for coming along and doing such a marvellous job, letting us hear these wise words, and most of all, and to 100 more movies to come, Mr. Takashi Miike, everybody.